Well, it is officially WrestleMania season and it is time for picks. Hey guys,
Season
welcome
two.
to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast, WrestleMania predictions, and the start of season two of picks. And I am your host and champion of season one, joined by my co-host, Mr. Sean O'Neill and Mr. T. Reese. And fellas, I gotta ask you before we get into this, how are we gonna do this season? Are you guys gonna be able to take the old strap from me this year?
Well, first of all, congratulations. You earned it. You pulled ahead to a pretty big lead after I led the first couple months, but required I had to make some out there picks to try to come back. But congratulations. It's not going to be that easy this year.
I'm gonna be carrying this the whole video, by the way.
As you should.
Yep.
As you should. Hey, listen, I can't be mad. You pulled it off this year. You know, you were clearly the underdog this year, so I don't understand.
This guy.
So I mean, congratulations. I give you your flowers.
Oh. All right, let's get into it. So we have 7 matches on Saturday and 6 matches on Sunday. As we talked about on some of our other podcasts, there may be some changes. So, what we are going to do as we predict is we are going to predict right now as is, as the matches are as is. So, as an example, there's a possibility that the Bellas may be replaced in the women's tag team match, but we are going to go with that they are in it right now. Similarly with Liv and Stephanie, we are going to go with that match is still happening. If for some reason there's a change, we will talk about that on one of our episodes leading up to the road to WrestleMania. But given that WrestleMania is 10 days away at this point, let's get into it. So, guys, we'll start with the Saturday card first, and we won't go in any particular order, but we will leave what is the main event for last. So let's start with the match that will likely be on ESPN2 to break off the show here, which is the 6-man tag team match between Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed versus LA Knight and the Usos. So I'll kick it over to you, Reese. Who do you got and why?
I think it's going to Division. I think Vision wins this match. It only makes sense to kind of. I mean, again, they don't really have too much going on for LA Knight other than this. So, in order to keep him on TV, it would only make sense for them to lose this match just so they can, keep LA Knight going on here until at least until you know, uh, Braun and what's the name come back?
Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson.
Braun, yeah, till he comes back. So my pick for this one will be the Vision. Vision's going to win this match.
All right.
And this is how I was thinking, like, before they announced this is going to be in the first hour of the show, that maybe we see a Braun Breaker return. But being that it's in the first hour, I just don't see them putting it in that spot with Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Sean, who do you got and why?
Real quick in regards to your Braun return, I agree. I think it might be Monday if we see him. As far as the match itself goes, I think that when we had originally thought this was going to be just a regular tag team match, I thought that the Vision was going to win the titles there, and I think I'm going to stick with the Vision winning. I think that actually, hold on, I don't know, because they're really playing up the Danhausen curse thing. So that's the only question mark I have for this particular match. Is the quote Danhausen curse going to play a part in it? And you know what? Put me down for LA Knight and the Usos. I think that the Danhausen curse is going to end up impacting it, and I Show Speed is going to like flub something, and it's gonna cause the match to go to the Yeet Machine and LA Knight.
I'm completely with Sean on this one. I think that this is the spot for Danhausen to show up, and I think Danhausen is going to appear. He's going to do something with IShowSpeed and the curse that is on him and not remove it, which is going to allow LA Knight to get the pin on IShowSpeed. I think this will be a fun match. I'm very curious to see what IShowSpeed can do because short of taking a spear from Braun Breaker in last year's Royal Rumble, he hasn't really done that much. So, but yeah, give me the face team here. I think it makes a lot of sense for LA Knight and the Usos to win this.
That was a vicious spear he took in the Rumble last year.
It was nasty. It was really, really nasty.
Give me I show speed pins Jimmy Uso.
Oh, wow. Wow. Look at this guy calling it out.
It's going to be due to the curse.
I like it.
Really?
Yep.
I like it. I like it.
I don't know. I agree. This is definitely the best spot, and you can't have with the popularity of Danhausen right now. You can't not have him on WrestleMania somewhere. Honestly, we'll probably see him a couple times because there's no doubt going to be like a Miz segment, and he'll show up and curse the Miz again. So I think we'll get a bunch of goofiness with him, and I don't know. I just think that originally I was going to go your way, T, but I think Mike's point is the best too.
All right. That takes us to the unsanctioned match of Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Um, I'll go first on this one. I think this one's going to be pretty obvious. I think Jacob has to win this one, given that Drew is likely going off to film Highlander after the fact. I see no reason why Drew needs to get the win here. I think this match is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think they are going to be, hitting each other with toolboxes, wrenches, putting each other through tables, throwing each other off of ladders. Who knows what they're going to do? This one's going to be nasty, and I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So give me Jacob Fatu, lock it up.
So
Well,
I
I like Fatu in this one as well. Um, Drew is leaving, but my understanding, and he's been hinting around that he may be doing a face change. So it is possible that when he returns, he'll be turning into a baby face.
Mm,
Drew.
He has to lose, especially with him going to film. I mean, it's pretty
yeah,
obvious to lose this match because it's going to be disappearing for a little while. So it would
yeah,
only make sense. That's an easy pick.
yeah.
I I have a hard time seeing Drew as a face with the way they've portrayed him for the last 2 years. Like it would take a lot of suspension of disbelief there for him to just suddenly flip to being a good guy. You know what I mean? I think that the biggest giveaway for this match is the fact that Drew's going away. But my biggest question though is, since when did they start announcing unsanctioned matches? I thought they were unofficial. Shouldn't it just be happening?
well
I think
done.
that
Well done.
and with it being unsanctioned, is it even actually a win when Fatu wins? Questions. These are the important
These are
questions.
the things that keep us up at night.
But mark me down as Fatu. It is his first big Mania moment of hopefully many, and I think this match is gonna be right up there with Brock and Oba as far as stealing the show. I'm looking forward to it as probably one of the biggest matches I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Which takes us to the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between champion AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Sean, I'll let you kick us off on this one.
So this is a real tough one to pick for me because it's on one hand I want Becky to just get the title back because we know AJ Lee is not going to be around very long. But on the other hand, I want Becky to be able to move back into the main title picture just due to the fact of the lack of believable competitors at the top of the card.
Mhm.
So it's kind of 50-50 for me. So if I had to pick one right off the bat, I'd say probably AJ Lee retaining for the WrestleMania moment. And during the match, I'm going to give you a little bonus here. Either during the match or afterwards, we're going to get a Paige return.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, there's a big shout out.
Mm,
I could see it. I mean, she's done in WCW.
yeah, I mean, and if it is true, it would only make sense you have an AJ Lee versus Paige.
Yeah.
You know, probably at SummerSlam.
Call that back from, when the Divas title went away.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I've had a hard time with this one because there's two different possibilities. I mean, if AJ Lee keeps it, how does that end the story for Becky? Does she just go off into the sunset and that's it? You just end the story that way? I mean, the jab's been pretty personal with with all the backstage stuff and then the in ring talking. So, or do you go with Becky? You put the belt back on her again. AJ Lee disappears for a little while, maybe pops back up near closer to SummerSlam, and maybe you get her involved in some other storyline, whatever with that. Maybe, or you could even still do the Page thing then. But see, I like that, Sean. I like the Page thing, but I mean, it has been confirmed. It's a rumor. My picks are fluid, as Stephen A. Smith likes to say.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna have to stick with the AJ Lee thing. I may have to do that just because I don't know what else you do with her after this up to SummerSlam. I mean, who does she cross after this? Be very interesting. Maybe she even joins Seth Rollins. Think about that. What if they have her join Seth Rollins?
Well, Becky was already kind of with them, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I am going to go with Becky here because of the fact that AJ has beat her twice already. AJ beat her. AJ tapped her out. AJ won the belt from her. AJ beat her in Survivor Series, technically 3 times, because she also beat her in that tag team match that her and Seth had against CM Punk and AJ Lee as well. So Becky has been the one who has been foiled by AJ Lee 3 times now. So I think Becky needs to get her win, and I think that it would be really, really cool. I love your idea about Paige. And what I think, truthfully, is probably going to happen is Becky will win and then Paige will return if we're going to do anything with AJ Lee at all, because she could just go away for a while, right? Like she could absolutely just go away for a while and then come back in 3-4 months anyway, right? Because she was barely on TV for a little while there right before she won the belt anyway. So yeah, give me Becky to win this match just because she has not gotten one win over AJ Lee yet.
You know what, Mike? You've convinced me to switch my pick. Very, very, very convincing, a very fascinating argument you made there. So I think I am going to switch to the Becky thing because it would only make sense. See, the problem is Sean had to put the damn Page thing in there. All right, so that messes everything up because now it's a possibility. But whether Paige shows up or not, I guess it does make more sense for Becky to take the belt back.
All right. All right. Lock it in. Lock it in. This takes us to the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match between the champions Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and the Bellas. Tentatively could be Asuka and Kairi, but we're going with the Bellas right now because that is still what is announced. So, T, I believe you are first to kick us off for this one. Who do you got and why?
First of all, let me just say that this is one of the matches I can absolutely care. I just don't care. I really don't. I have no interest at all. None whatsoever. Who wins? Who loses?
Don't lie.
That women's belt is the tag belts has been a joke for a couple of years now. None of these teams interest me as being champions with those belts. But you're twisting my arm here. And I think that if the Bellas do make the match, they give it to the Bellas. Send it.
T's gonna go all Brie mode on us.
T, don't lie.
I don't even like them. You know that. I don't even like them. But it doesn't make any sense to put them in this match for no reason.
Right.
We know that this is the match you're looking forward to the most because your girl Nia's in it. But I personally would agree with you if it's the Bellas are still in the match. You don't have two so-called legends coming back and joining a match in a division that they were known for, only to up and lose. I think that it would be stupid. I mean, I think it's stupid that they would put the titles on them. Hopefully, it will be a short reign. But mark me down for the Bellas. However, if the Bellas aren't in it, I think that WWE has a chance to set themselves up for a real good future storyline with whoever they do have win it. And I say Lyra and Bailey would win if the Bellas aren't in it.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go with that, then I would my alternate pick would be
Yeah.
if it goes in that direction, it would be Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. It'll take it
I think it's worth adding our alternate since this is up in the air.
because it only makes dude. They don't care about this belt. So the one team you probably put it on, you can care less about the two that have it. Is that team?
I don't know. They have been investing a crap load of time in that women's tag division.
No, well, that's because there's no good tag teams. None of those tag teams are great. They're okay.
I mean,
So,
Charlotte and Alexa were pretty good.
yeah, but I think what is going to happen for this one is we're going to start sprinkling in they're going to break up feud here eventually with Charlotte and Alexa. And I agree with both of you guys. Like the Bellas are going to win. Otherwise, why are they here? Right? Like the Bellas are absolutely going to win because otherwise, why are they here? Like
Yeah.
you could have any other team do this, be in this spot. The Kabuki Warriors could be in this spot because they are not going to be on WrestleMania. You could have, you took Rhea and Io, you took the titles away from Rhea and Io to put them on Lash and Nia so you could get Rhea involved in the one thing, and then you decided to do nothing with Io. But yeah, give me the Bellas all day. And just for rooting interest, because alternatively, I don't particularly, to Reese's point, I don't particularly care. But Lyra is the future, and Lyra and Bailey should be the ones to win if the Bellas can't make this. So that will be my rooting interest regardless. But my pick is the Bellas.
Well, you got to break them two up.
Eventually, yeah, eventually.
So, I mean, but this is the perfect match to do that off of because I mean, like I said, they do not. They don't care about the women tag belt. They don't. They have no interest in that storyline or doing anything with it, and it's been a holdover belt for a while now. So I think that continues, and I think that if the Bellas aren't in it, the carryover team will be Nia Jackson, Lash Legend.
And I mean, if they're trying to make Lash the future, I guess that does make sense as well.
Yeah.
If they do, but I just think they're just going to be holdover team.
Yeah. So this takes us to the singles match between Seth freaking Rollins and Gunther. I will go first on this one. This seems like a pretty easy pick for me. Gunther is going to win this match. Gunther should not lose anytime soon. I've said it 1,000 times on this channel. And I know Rollins is his first match back in a while. This is one of the easiest matches to book out there. Gunther has retired Goldberg, AJ Styles, and John Cena. He should not lose to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And I get it. If you want to protect Seth Rollins and you want to further feuds, the easiest way to do that, and the way that is absolutely going to happen, is when the ref is down, Seth Rollins is going to eat a spear from a returning Braun Breaker.
Yep. I was just
And
about to say that.
There goes there sets up your feud for SummerSlam. Gunther can go on and do his own thing, get his thing with Paul Heyman, which is going to be a match against Brock, likely to retire Brock Lesnar at the Minnesota SummerSlam, where Brock Lesnar is from. And Rollins can go on to do his quest of destroying the Vision. So Gunther, lock it in.
I was going to say there's no way that this match has a clean finish whatsoever. I think that you need to protect both of these guys one way or another. And like you said, it's Gunther is one of those guys who you're building him up as like an Undertaker type character with who's like almost unbeatable, and I think it would be stupid to have him lose, and especially if you're going to retire Brock. So Gunther is going to win, but it's not going to be clean. And I have to agree. I think a returning Braun costing Seth the match makes the most sense. I can't think of anybody else who could get involved that would make sense.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we're all in agreement with this one because I think that's exactly how this is going to play out as well. I think Braun Breaker is going to get involved. Referees will be distracted by Paul Heyman or something like that. And Braun Breaker is going to jump out of the crowd, spear Seth, throw him back in the ring. Gunther pins him.
Mhm. It's so obvious, like, but it's the right thing to do. It's going to be a big pop for Braun Breaker. It keeps both these guys looking strong, and you know, you can't. I think the most important thing with this one is if Gunther just loses clean to Seth Rollins, why did you waste John Cena's retirement, AJ Styles' retirement, Goldberg's retirement? Why did you waste all of those things for him to lose clean to Seth Rollins?
Yep.
Like, no, absolutely the wrong thing to do. Gunther has to win here, even if it is by interference. Gunther cannot lose because of all of those subsequent things that happened. Absolutely cannot.
We also, um, the rumors are Seth's going to have his own another stable.
I could see it.
So this kind of lines everything up. I wonder when's Bronson Reed supposed to return? How much longer they say
He's out for a while.
Yeah, it's a bicep, I think. He might be out until like SummerSlam.
So
Yeah, his
you probably get the Maxine Dupree introduction into the Vision. Um, again, I'm very interested in the whole Profits rumor joining Seth Rollins is a thing. That'd be
So
perfect.
cool.
That'd be a perfect thing. I don't know who they would have as a fourth. Very well,
Ethan Page.
Theory.
Ethan Page. No, I want I want a faction with Cody with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. That's what I want.
I could see that, but I can
That'd
also
be dope.
I can see both of them with Seth.
and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh yeah,
You mean Royce Keys?
you know, I almost say this is the AEW crew that they couldn't do anything with, and we're about to turn them into superstars.
I think you're right. Seth definitely does need a faction to go up against the Vision. I mean, the one man taking on 4 or 5 people just it doesn't work long term. I really like your idea of the Street Profits with him, especially with the fact that they've been off TV now for what, 3 to 4 months. It's a shame that someone as talented as Montez Ford isn't being used. And I would really like, I do like Mike's idea though of the people teaming with Cody, those specific people. But
So
no, I think
great.
Seth, it makes more sense storyline wise to lose here and build upon that.
Yeah, absolutely. This takes us to the Women's World Championship match between our champion Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan, the winner of the 2026 Royal Rumble match. I'll kick this one over to you, T. Who do you got and why?
Hmm. Well, for this one, I was thinking about this one today. They've kind of screwed up these particular situations when you have someone up and coming who has you put a belt on them very quickly, and then they make them lose because they really didn't write anything after they won the belt. So I think it reverses though. I think Victor wins this. I think Stephanie. It doesn't make it. Why'd you even bother putting the belt on him to begin with? And if you and you're already trying to build up her character. I mean, she's pretty popular right now. You would just squash all that again. And the WWE has had a history of doing this, especially with the women. But I think Stephanie Baker is too big right now because they need another one. They need another big name in that for the women's division. You know, because it's getting kind of stale with the whole, what's his phrase? Rhea Ripley is getting. I mean, she's had her runs over and over again. You kind of just cramming her into storylines again. There's not really a real direction with her. I do think that's the way. I think I got to go with Stephanie. I just don't. They can't possibly keep putting out the flames of wrestlers over and over again once they start getting hot, especially the ones who are coming up from NXT, and they have a history of doing that with those guys.
I think that Stephanie Vaquer is a victim of bad circumstances in the fact that WWE Creative decided that they wanted to focus so heavily on the women's tag team division, and the fact that they moved so many of their single stars to being in teams so they could compete there. It left a vacuum at the top of the card for people competing for the women's championship. It's for both shows, but I think the fact that we had to sit through 3 months of Stephanie Vaquer continuously facing off against Rodriguez, Raquel, and we didn't get anything else out of it is why I think she's going to lose. They need to breathe life back into that belt and that division, and I think that going back to somebody who is as reliable as Liv is, even if it's for a couple months, the smart play. And even though Stephanie, I think, will win the belt down the road, I think that she needs to take some time away from it for now. So mark me down for Liv.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one because both of you guys made some really good points here. And the one thing that I think could make this go in either direction is Roxanne Perez. And what I mean by that is if Liv wins, I think the SummerSlam match is Roxanne Perez, right? If Liv loses, it's because of Roxanne Perez, and the SummerSlam match is again Roxanne Perez. So I guess the question I want to go with then is what do we do here? Like, which way do you go? I can go either way here. I think Stephanie is getting a little stale, but I also think Jade is getting a little stale as well, right? So are we just going to switch both of these belts because we think that these people are getting stale? So
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I would love to see it go to new people. Stephanie's held the belt for a little while now. They seem to be really high on her, but she's young. She could absolutely win it back. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with Liv just because I think, breathe some new life and do it for a little while. Stephanie will win it back eventually, but mark my words, Roxanne will be involved in this in one way or
100%. Especially with the little backstage thing they had going on with Liv talking to her about everything going on with Finn. I wouldn't be surprised if Roxanne stayed allied with Finn, and that
Well,
played
if
into
she
this
does
match.
that though, she hurts Liv. If she stays allied with Finn, she costs Liv.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but Liv doesn't necessarily have to lose. Roxanne could still interfere, and it doesn't end up costing her the match.
Well, I think Roxanne does get involved in. I think both Liv and Roxanne are going to be involved in that Finn Balor match.
It's possible. I mean, it's
night too. Liv is off that night. Both of them aren't wrestling that night.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense for them two to both get involved in that match. I think Roxanne maybe she gets involved, causes Dominic the match, and I think that she ends up siding with Finn, and I think she's going to they're probably going to build her as an offshoot character to Finn because they're already writing the Demon on the card right now. I'm looking at it right now. It says the Demon Finn Balor for the card on WWE. So I really think that they're both going to get involved in that match. I could probably see her, teaming up with Finn. because she's still young. I don't think she's ready to be on her own yet. And I think with her following Finn around, she's been pretty good following his lead with these storylines. So it only makes sense for them to not just bring it up backstage, but have that be allude to something that's going to happen in that match. And she's like, what
Yeah.
she's going to probably do is say she's going to try and show her allegiance to them, get involved in that match somehow, some way against Finn, and ends up costing Dominic the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to your point, Reese, if you're sticking with Stephanie, she just costs Liv straight up, and then
Mm-hmm.
she helps Finn fend them off the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which takes us to the main event of night one, which is the big talking point online and the big disaster match, which I think we just need to get through. But maybe WWE will surprise everybody and they will find a way to save this. And that is, of course, the match between challenger Randy Orton with Pat McAfee versus our champion Cody Raheem Rhodes with potentially Jelly Roll in his corner. Goody two shoes. Reese, you went first on the last one. Sean, who do you have and why?
It's got to be Randy. Like, even before this nonsense with McAfee and all that, I think that Cody winning the title back was already not as popular as his previous win. And people have been clamoring for the Randy Orton of old to come back, which is what we were getting before this McAfee insanity. And I think Orton deserves it for coming back and doing as well as he has. I think Randy Orton wins this. There's probably going to be shenanigans of some sort. I personally would like to see him punt Cody and take him off TV for a little while.
I agree with you. I mean, all the build up for this just for Randy to lose, and you're trying to make this point about this, that the whole how WWE's looking at ratings and stuff. It doesn't make any sense. So it would only make sense if you do give it to Randy. I do think there's going to be a third person involved with the situation. I think there's going to be somebody else involved in this match.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that was my other thing that I've been talking about for a while.
yeah,
On
I don't think they can keep going. They can go on WrestleMania with this bad press right now with the McAfee thing. I think you're going to probably see somebody else involved in this. Who it may be, I don't know. We can all have our theories on that, but it's got to be someone. It's got to be someone who's kind of vocal as well. It can't be just someone who's kind of backstage or you can't guess. It's got to be somebody big, someone who used to be maybe in the WWE and is now coming back. That's my guess. It's going to be someone from the past to make a point that today's wrestlers just aren't cutting it. That's the whole point of this angle right now, right? That they're just not good enough right now, and they're the reason why the ratings are down. So it would only make sense to bring somebody else. And again, I don't know who that would be, but I just got a feeling they're going to have somebody else involved.
I can tell you who it's going to be. It's going to be Dwayne.
Possibly.
We're going to hear The Rock's music, and we're all going to vomit horribly. And Dwayne's going to come out with his personal writer, and we'll all be disappointed. And TKO will laugh at us on screen and be like, and straight up make fun of us as fans.
So the idea is stupid that the guy who literally bleeds wrestling is the problem, right? Like, I mean, the guy whose family literally is like everything wrestling is the current problem with wrestling. Like, that is just, a bunch of crap. And, everybody knows by now, I am the biggest Cody fan on this channel by a lot. He's my boy. I love Cody. And I am really annoyed at the fact that they're taking this story this way, just making it out to be like Cody's the problem, because that's kind of a stupid story to tell to begin with. Whereas you've got 20 years of history between these two guys, and you could just call on any of that. Like, I mean, seriously, these two guys have been wrestling professionally for 50 years between the two of them. You can't find a way to tell a story like with their history, maybe just a little bit. I love your point about somebody else coming back here. There has been rumors about Randy starting a stable. I really, really, really would love Kevin Owens to come back and to say, like, because I know he was going to feud with Randy, but then they kind of like quasi made their peace when Kevin was about to retire. But I think the coolest thing you could do, which would be pretty meta and might save this story a little bit, is if you had Kevin Owens kick Cody in the dick, which is, Cody getting kicked in the dick. It happens all the time. Kevin Owens comes out, kicks Cody in the dick, and Randy gets the win. And then the next night, although Kevin can't wrestle, you have Kevin Owens basically be like, nonstop, Cody, you ended my career and I hate you. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you never win a title ever again. So give me Randy Orton, lock it in. And I think that would be a fun story for Cody for a while. Because
I really like that idea. Like,
Yeah.
big fan of that idea of it being potentially Owens. I will say though, I'm kind of disappointed at the fact that this stupid storyline now takes away the opportunity to have Sammy have a heel turn here and cost Cody the match.
I was just about to say, if you're not going to have Kevin Owens, you have Sami Zayn.
I mean, I had been saying that for a while, but I feel like the way Sammy's heel turn would have happened doesn't really make as much sense now with the whole Pat McAfee storyline going on.
Oh no, it does because you can play on the fact that he's always seems to be blackballed, and they pass him over for a lot of other people. And that's
Oh,
Randy's thing is we've been passing all of us. We're the real wrestlers here, and the other stuff is just hot dog water. And you put it back on us. The
Yeah.
people here who know how to do this thing. If you want ratings to go up. So
Yeah.
same thing could be part of that, almost like the Vision S thing. Like, you guys are throwing us all behind and we're supposed to lose all these people all the time. Enough's enough.
I'm with you on the Sammy thing. However, I don't think it's going to happen here. It will
No.
happen eventually. It can't happen here because it would be at the expense of Trick Williams,
yeah.
right? And I don't think they are ready to do that to Trick Williams yet. Spoiler alert, I will go first when we pick that match in a little bit here. Trick Williams has to win that match. But I don't think that they are going to, you know, do anything that will involve Sammy, like, losing here. Or doing anything with it will have Sammy, like, inserting himself into something else until the thing with Trick is over with.
If the Trick Williams match would have been the same day as this, then I would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
But with that match being on night two, it completely nullifies any opportunity to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So give me Randy Orton, lock it in, which takes us to night two. And obviously, as we were just talking about it, we'll do the U.S. Championship match first between Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. And because of the reasons I just said,
I
give me
can,
Trick Will give me
I can
Trick Williams to lock it in. Sorry,
they do
Reese.
say in the first hour for night two will be Obafemi and Brock. And Penta
Wow.
in that match will be in that first hour as well, which is very interesting that they're taking that match that everybody's probably the most match everybody's waiting to watch out of all the matches in WrestleMania,
Yeah.
and you're going to put it in that first hour. I thought that you maybe wanted to do anything, you'd lead that match into the Punk Roman Reigns match. But
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought you'd put Sammy and Trick in that spot.
right, you would
Or
put Sammy Trick in that first hour spot and then move that match up. But apparently WWE doesn't think so.
wow.
Sounds like they want
Interesting.
more views on the internet than they do on TV than for the actual pay per view.
Interesting. But yeah, give me Trick to win for the reasons I just said. And then I'll pass this one over to you, G.
Well, I mean, it's a given. I mean, they don't like Sami Zayn anyway. They'll never let this dude hold a belt past one title defense. That's how it's going to be for him forever in WWE, and I think that's why he joins Randy, possibly. I mean, it would only for me it would be fine. It would make sense, but yeah, I think it's going to Trick Williams. Obviously, I mean, he's hot right now, even though he hasn't done which was crazy, he hasn't really done a whole lot yet on that main
No.
roster. He's kind of been like that, side character in the Sammy matches and just kind of get involved here and there. He's got the little Yachty thing going on. So,
Little Yachty.
Yeah. I mean,
Yachty.
I don't like putting any type of belts on anyone this early in their career, but let's see what Trick Williams does. I mean, he hasn't done a whole lot on the main roster yet, so maybe this is his opportunity. I'm gonna be honest with you. The pressure's on Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Now, because if they put the belt on him now, this is a perfect test to see if he has it. Do you have it? And you can make or break your career after this.
Dude, go out and perform.
Yep. You can make it. And he's got a perfect guy to do that with, who's an excellent wrestler in the ring. Can pretty much wrestle with anybody's, obviously Sammy. So I think it will be a good match. But I do think you give it to Trick Williams.
My biggest complaint about this particular match is that all of it comes at the expense of Carmelo Hayes. I think that I'm incredibly disappointed that he's not part of this somehow with the way that he had been carrying that belt and defending it. The Sammy is probably one of the most reliable people on the roster that you could have to go up against Trick. And from what I understand, and I've been reading, Trick is probably one of the people backstage that they hold in very high esteem as far as his future. They're real high on him. And the fact that they're going to give him a crowning moment at WrestleMania this early in his career tells you a whole lot about what they think he's going to achieve. And I mean, everyone by now who watches our channel knows my opinion of Sami Zayn. And I think that he's desperately in need of a character change. And I think losing to Trick here in this match is the perfect catalyst for that character change. Have him join Randy, have him do something where he becomes a villainous character. But the big key to that is Trick walking out of WrestleMania as a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Lock it in.
Well, that's why I said that's why all that pressure's on him. I mean, that's not all the time that someone in his position has won a belt at WrestleMania. I mean, it's happened so few times. I mean, I don't even know if I can name another time that a guy this young and this early at getting on the main roster has a good shot at winning that belt. Who we possibly know could win that belt. I mean, most of these time in these situations, you're giving it to the title holder against someone who's up and coming off of the NXT roster. But the way they've been producing him and pushing him, I mean, kind of leads to us to believe that Trick Williams is going to take this belt.
He's going to be walking out of Mania with those lemon pepper steppers and a new championship.
Which takes it, and then we'll do the two TV matches first then. So we have the IC Championship ladder match, which is going to be just absolutely off the chain. If you want to showcase something to anybody, this is what you show. This match is going to be nuts. And that is between Penta, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Javon Evans, JD McDonough, and Dragon Lee in a ladder match. I can't wait. Sean, I'll let you kick us off for this one. Who do you got and why?
So I believe in our talks leading up to Mania here, we said that there was going to be some sort of ladder match for one of the titles. And I think this one makes the most sense with the IC title. And when you look at the guys who are all in this match, outside of Rey Mysterio, they're going to kill each other in this match. It's going to be bodies flying everywhere, luchadors dead on the side, and I can't wait to see a Mexican destroyer off the top of the ladder to somebody. And it's just going to be absolutely incredible. And I think Penta retains. I think it would be stupid for him to drop the belt already. But I mean, crazier things have happened, especially in matches like this. I mean, hell, Zack Ryder won one of these once only to drop it the next day. So even a blind squirrel finds a nut. But I think that Penta retains and hopefully everybody makes it out without dying.
I'm in full agreement with you. I do think Penta retains. I mean, if you look at the other people involved in this match, I mean, there's nobody you put the belt on, honestly. And I get it. The whole was Wilder losing it the next night thing. I just don't think historically that's something you do all the time. And with Penta being as popular as he is right now, it would make no sense to put that belt on anybody else but him in that match. Um, I do agree it's going to be a high flying match. It's going to be a pretty exciting match. Um, you're going to have a lot of showcases. It's going to be a lot of spots, especially for Javon Evans. He's going to be all over the ring. Okay, I do need Javon Evans to do some wrestling. Honestly, I get. Remember when Kevin Nash had that situation? Everybody was complaining about what he said about Javon Williams being what did he call him? Call him something jumping around the ring or something like that. People took it as like a derogatory term, but I knew what he was trying to say. He hasn't really shown that he can wrestle. I mean, the flying all around the ring and the flipping and stuff, it only works for so long. And if that's
only works until Tony Khan comes calling.
Well, I know, but I mean, but if that's going to be your stick, most of those guys' careers don't last very long.
No.
So I think that they need. I don't like the way they're pushing Ron Evans. To be quite frank, I don't even think he was ready to go to the main roster yet. I think he's going to end up being lost in the fold. As you can see, he's just tossed into his intercontinental belt, and he really doesn't even have a place in this match. Quite frankly, he's just kind of crammed in there. Dragon Lee, they've been trying to push. They've been trying to make him the next Rey Mysterio, but he's not Rey. He doesn't have the persona or the character
or the charisma.
None of it. None of it. So I mean, a lot of it has to do with the way WWE pushed them. Because I mean, it's WWE has some success with manufacturing some characters, but a majority of wrestlers is all it's natural. The fans dictate that, and if the fans aren't gravitated to you, you end up annoying everybody. So nobody wants to see you in the ring. Why do you think he took AJ Styles' move? He's trying to get support of the fans. What the whole point of it was. But I don't think they put the belt on him. JD McDonough's just kind of thrown in there. There's no way. I mean, let's be honest here. If there's anybody in his entire match that doesn't have a chance of winning that belt, it's probably him. Rusev, you need a big guy in ladder matches. He's just taking up that spot. And Ray's probably going to sit out for half this match.
Yeah.
He's going to be sitting in the corner or laying outside the ring. You get the 619 out of him every so often. But he's not winning the match. He's just throwing in there to be a name to make people watching that first hour.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think everything you said is correct, Reese. Like, Penta is the only one who makes sense to win this match. I think it's too early to take the belt off of him yet. I think you still have a lot of feuds with which you can still do with Penta. You need to have him, just defend that belt a whole lot more. And he's so over with the crowd. Like, the crowd loves the Zero Miedo thing. And like, it is just, like it's so over. So I think that they're going to continue to ride the Penta wave right now. And I don't want to keep going back to the WWE Unreal thing, but I'm going to do it again because there's a whole episode on Penta and how much everybody loves him and how they think he's going to be a huge star. So they put that out for a reason. And give me Penta to retain easily here.
And in regards to what you were saying, T, about Javon Evans, I think that this potential pairing with Kofi that they've been teasing of him trying to bring Javon into the New Day, I think that could really help Evans. I think having a mentor like Kofi Kingston, and because Xavier Woods being hurt all the time, obviously they need something to do for those guys. I think that could really further Javon's career because he does remind me of Kofi, but even more athletic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think at this point I gotta be honest with you. New Day probably it's over.
Yeah.
It's completely over with. I just don't think that it's even worth any time of them even staying together, in my opinion. And they keep teasing the whole what's his face thing. They're going to get rid of him out of the team or what? What's his face?
Waller.
Yeah, I mean, what's up with that? And now it doesn't even like I don't even think he doesn't even matter anymore. That storyline, like it's still there, but it's not there. He's backstage talking to other people backstage. I don't know what they're doing with that. I think it's time to break up the New Day. I mean, especially with with Xavier Woods and his injury history. I mean, the guy can't stay healthy. Well, both of them can't stay healthy, quite frankly. They're both one's hurt, one's not hurt. Then the other one hurt, and the other one's back. And it's like, okay, guys, I think it's time to call it a career. I think New Day thing. Maybe you take them and do some side stuff with them on the internet and things like that. But I think as far as in ring stuff, done. The New Day stuff is done. They've been left behind. Usos have completely shot past them from their rivalries that they've had back in the day. I just think it's time to break them up anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, T, I'm gonna give you a layup on the next one. Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. Layup for you, T.
I mean, we're not going to lead into this. You're just going to throw it right at me cold, huh?
No, I'll throw it right at you. Like, I mean, this is gonna be the match. This is gonna be the match of the century. Like, I mean,
that's fair.
If you follow our channel on this one, like I've said everything I need to say about this. This is going to be. I can't believe this is going to be on free TV. This is going to be the match. I mean, it might not be the best match. It's going to be just finishers getting spammed, but this is the match I'm looking forward to the most, and this is the match that could completely make or break WrestleMania for me.
I mean, if you want me to pick, I think you got to go with Obafemi.
Yeah, you do.
I think you have to. I mean, for us as fans, we would like to see Obafemi win this. It doesn't make any sense to make him lose to Brock at this point. Why would you put him in this match just to squash him to Brock in this match? Doesn't make any sense for me. Brock can afford to take the L's. He's taken the last few matches all been L's. So I think that probably at this point you need to pass the torch. This one way of passing that torch is to allow Obafemi win this match at WrestleMania. The plus I like is that there's no belts involved in this, which makes it even better for me. Now it's just a match you can just watch and enjoy. There's really no emotional attachment to it. It's just that you want to see two spectacles in the ring collide with each other. And again, I don't know. Maybe we all agree on this one, but I think you give it to Oba. It only makes sense.
This is definitely a clash of the Titans here. And I mean, we've all pretty much said exactly what needs to happen here. And it would be incredibly wasteful and stupid for WWE to ruin any of Obafemi's momentum by having him lose. He needs to come out. I think that if he doesn't just immediately dominate Brock, I think maybe eat an F5 and kick out of it, and then dominate after that. But I think it needs to be a decisive win.
Yeah, I mean, all I gotta say,
decisive at all. I think you're going to probably see Brock F5 him a few times. He's going to kick out of all of them. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Going to earth Brock right into the ring to end the match. This match is probably going to be like 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
Tops.
I want to see it go the route of the one time when Goldberg came back at Survivor Series and he just destroyed Lesnar.
All I've got to say is
I don't believe that's saying anything.
Oba strut. Give me Oba all day. I mean, it would be an absolute travesty if Brock Lesnar won this match. It would ruin the entire weekend for me if Brock Lesnar wins this match. Oba has to win. Absolutely has to win. More so than any other match over both nights. Oba has to win this match. You could book any other match any other way you want, and I wouldn't care. Oba has to win this match.
Especially when you're the ruler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would take Gunther losing clean to Seth Rollins over Oba losing this match.
Yeah.
I mean, snowball's chance in hell. Like, Oba cannot lose this match. Cannot.
can I say too that this looks like the most fun that Brock Lesnar has been having in a very long time. Like, it looks like he is enjoying the shit out of this whole thing. Every time you see him, and the fact that he's been helping Oba, telling him to put his foot on him, telling him to do this, and I don't think I've ever seen Lesnar go out of his way to do that kind of thing for anybody before, especially considering that this is the guy who is known to have told Vince that his match needs to go on first so that he can immediately leave WrestleMania and get on his plane. Like, to
Yeah.
see this kind of attitude from him, I feel like he has to be in agreement with how this is going to go.
The last time that Brock did this was the last time a big star was made, and that was with Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, you're
Brock
right.
did the exact same thing with Drew McIntyre, and that completely changed the trajectory of Drew McIntyre's career.
Well, and also, I think Brock also said in an interview not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, he did mention that he needs he needs to help push some of these other guys. He knows this is the end of the road for him. It only makes sense for him to give back to wrestling by passing the torch to someone like an Obafemi, which,
Yeah.
in my opinion, is the best choice to have to pass that torch to.
Yeah.
I don't think Gunther needs the torch passed to him, so I think Brock needs to take this L before he wrestles Gunther,
Yep.
which would be at SummerSlam, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the entrance for Obafemi. I just can't wait to see that arena when he walks in. That's one of the entrances that it's a lost art in wrestling right now, especially in WWE. Is the entrances. Entrances can make a wrestler as well, and Obafemi's entrance alone makes him. And I kind of compare it to how they did with Goldberg.
Yeah.
It's the exact same blueprint. You introduce him as this phenom, as you did with the Undertaker and most of the successful big men that we've had in the history of the WWE. Is you introduce him as an attraction. I think they tried to do that with what's his face, the 7 foot guy.
Oba, or not Oba, Omos.
Yeah, I think they wanted to do that with Omos, but I mean, a guy that big just
He doesn't have the charisma, though.
it's a spectacle. Whenever he comes out, you just that type of wrestler is just for front row people, so they can go in awe seeing this guy walking past them into the ring. That's all that is.
Yeah.
But in the Oba thing is that he brings athleticism, he brings speed and strength to the ring, which is something that you don't find in big men nowadays. I think that you're going to. I think he's going to probably be. He's one of the people that are pushing that they're promoting past other wrestlers right now that have already been on the card. I mean, you can add in. I mean, just because it's a woman and this is a guy doesn't mean that it doesn't affect them. I think this is how you replace the Tiffany Strattons, that you put somebody else in this spot to get more eyes on TV and obviously sell more merch for TKO, which is what they, we obviously know that's what they're all about. But it's perfect. I can't wait for this match. I'm ticked off that it's in the first hour. And I think that has a lot to do with the Brock stuff. Brock rarely ever wrestles past maybe the first or second match. So there's probably a Brock demands that he first hour, more than likely, which makes sense for him most of the time. But I do think they should probably talk to him into maybe making this later in the night. Brock, just show up, an hour or two into the show already starting, jump in the ring, jump out of the ring, and then you can go back to wherever the hell you want.
Brock has bears to wrestle.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, to your point, Reese, like, Gunther doesn't need it. Gunther is also 38. Yeah. And I mean, granted, the way Gunther's style, he can probably go another 6-7 years, but Oba's 27. Yep. Like, I mean, you have got 15 years left of Obafemi being a monster character. I mean, lock him up. So let's move on.
Don't forget, there's going to be a restructure of this guy's contract before the end of 2026. I can tell you that right now.
No doubt.
He's going to get locked up for years.
No doubt, as he should be. As he absolutely, he's a megastar, as he should be. Okay, this takes us to the Demon Finn Balor versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio in a singles non-title match. Sean, I'll kick this one over to you. Who do you got and why?
Well, considering that this match has been building now for years, basically almost a year at this point, just and due to the injuries and everything bad that has gone on with the Judgment Day that has prevented this from going on sooner, I think that Finn needs to win this, and not just because he's coming out as the demon, but just to cement the Judgment Day breakup. Finn needs to come out on top here, and I don't think it hurts Dom to lose. I think with Dom still carrying the AAA title keeps him looking strong, and I think there's going to definitely be a ton of shenanigans in this match. And we mentioned it earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if Roxanne Perez comes out to help Finn even the odds and joins with him. But I definitely think that Balor walks out of this as the winner.
I agree with you 100%. Because he's in the demon thing, there he's not going to lose. He lost
Yeah.
one time as the demon, and that was to OTC Roman Reigns, and God had to get involved to help him
Yeah, the
lose that
turnbuckle.
match. The turnbuckle. So, Shawn Michaels' tag team partner got involved in that match. So, yeah, give me Balor all day. Doesn't hurt Dom to lose. You're right. There will be a ton of shenanigans in this match, but I think we need to move Balor on to other things away from the Judgment Day, although I don't think that's probably going to happen. I think we'll milk it for a little while longer, but yeah, give me Balor all day.
I think it's time for them to put Balor back in the top storylines. This has been a failed talent for WWE for a while now. It's pissing me off that they don't do enough with Finn Balor. I think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, definitely in my top 10. He doesn't get enough credit for his in-ring work. I'm wondering if, hear me out here, are they going to use Judgment Day as their version of the Bullet Club? Are they
Just
just
keep adding and subtracting people from it.
you just keep changing the wrestlers who are involved in it. You just keep changing people's names and just interlocking, putting them in, taking them out, putting them in, taking them out. Because Bullet Club thing is still running.
I mean, yeah,
Bullet Club,
Judgment Day has been going on for since. I mean, it was originally Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, and none of them are in it anymore.
Nope.
right? But like I said, the Bullet Club has been going on for about 10, 15 years now over there in New Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at 5 for Judgment Day at this point.
All of your favorite wrestlers in WWE have all been part of them.
Yeah.
So I can probably see them use this Judgment Day thing as a Bullet Club type deal. I think they wanted to do that with the Samoans, but they just don't have any charisma for anyone to carry that.
Yeah.
It's weird what they're doing with them. I mean, that's a whole nother story. I don't know what's going on with them. It's strange. But yeah, I like the demon in this one. I think definitely you're going to see Roxanne and Liv get involved in this match, as I've said before. I think Roxanne will cost Dominic the match. I do think you're going to see them attempt to try to beat up Roxanne, probably Monday night, and I think you see Finn Balor come to her rescue.
Yeah. So this takes us to the WWE Women's Championship match between our champion Jade Berg, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Bloody Ripley. And I'll go first with this one. Give me Rhea. And what I think is going to happen here is, I mean, what should happen here is Rhea should just bury her. But what is going to happen here is you're going to get a good match. It won't go very long because Jade typically doesn't wrestle for a very long time. But what you will have happen here is, because we need to protect Jade, is you will have a returning Bianca Belair
You think so?
in this match. Yep. I think you have to, especially if the Street Profits come back, to T's point. I think Bianca has to come back here. I think it's the only Bianca, or if she's ready, Naomi. One of them has to come back here to cost Jade this match, to protect Jade in defeat. The title desperately needs to go on Rhea. We need to get the title off of Jade, and she needs to be away from it for a long, long, long time. Sure, we've said it on this channel 1,000 times. They need to completely redo Jade. They need to completely refresh her, maybe put her in NXT for a while, but I don't think they'll do that. But she needs a lot of work. She needs a lot of work and a lot of help. And right now, you need a big star to be your champion on SmackDown, and that is Rhea Ripley.
Jade Cargill is the prime example of why anybody coming in from another company needs to go through developmental, even if it's for like a month. You need to get that experience working in the WWE system because Jade Cargill came in and considering the way she was treated in WCW, where she got the straight up Goldberg treatment, mind you, that's why we call her Jadeberg, is and where she just dominated everybody in 15-second matches, that doesn't work if you're not going to present her that way. And WWE has not presented her that way. She does not have the mic skills. She has the look, but she doesn't have the in-ring skills. She doesn't really, I don't think, have the charisma because her promos aren't really that good. And putting, I think, the title on her was a huge mistake. And I think that Rhea needs to win just to, like I said, similar to the Raw belt, to breathe some life back into that division. Give us a new champion who can actually perform and give us some 5-star matches. I would like to see what you said happen and have somebody return and cost Jade the match, but I haven't heard anything at all about it, so it would be a welcome surprise. But give me Rhea for the winner.
This is pretty much my opinion of Jade. I don't know. I just want to snooze. She comes out to the ring. I just want to go right to sleep because there's nothing exciting. You're right, absolutely right, Sean. She should have went to NXT. Should have went right to NXT. Learned, but the problem was they wanted to show off that they stole her from AEW.
Yep.
Which is the worst thing they possibly could have done, and now they're stuck. And she's not ready for this. She's not ready for the main roster. She should have developed down there at least a year or two to at least develop a character, develop a fan base, develop some sort of talent for speaking in a microphone. Because when she talks in a microphone, I'm just like, it sounds like I'm over in the hood ordering from McDonald's and it's an upset customer, and it's Jade screaming at the cashier for not having any fries in her bag. It's just how she comes off to me. Dead ass. I mean, dead ass. And it's not really welcoming. I don't think it helps drawing anybody supporting her just because of that. And I mean, some of it's her fault too. I mean, she's cashing the checks. I can't be mad at that. But I mean, we said this last year, did we not? Like, I don't think she's ready for a belt. She wasn't ready for a belt last year. She's not ready for a belt this year. They got to tone her down just a tad, in my opinion. And I don't know how you bring back Bianca or Naomi to get involved in this, considering now that you're giving Jade a stable.
Yeah.
The leader of that stable, which is the most bizarre thing to me, being that she's still not very good at the microphone. I don't know how you can have her lead the stable if she can't even talk for her.
The Jade Brigade.
Right. Brigade. It doesn't. It's. Tell me, this is not going to last, and it looks so awkward with them too, with her, because he just kind of threw them in with her, and it's like, okay, guys, you guys are trying to pour her on. You know what it is? They're doing with her what they did originally with Roman Reigns. They were first trying to push Roman Reigns. This is the exact same reason why people hated Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to shove her in front of us. No one's really attached to her. No one really likes her character. She's not very good with the microphone. Your presentation of her sucks. And you're doing the same thing you did with Roman. You're just trying to cram her in front of the camera. You're trying to cram her into title matches. And none of us are interested. You've done nothing for us to be remotely interested in her at all. So I do think Rhea Ripley does win the belt back, because I think WWE has to realize that she's not ready to hold on to this belt right now. Where it goes from there, I don't know. Maybe you do bring maybe Bianca or one of them show up and they start, getting involved with Jade again, which is possible. I think you need to make her disappear off camera for a little while. Start give her some more.
That idea too.
Give her some more training. Give her something else to do. But I just don't think she's ready for this spotlight yet. And it's one of those situations again of WWE putting a belt on someone who is not prepared to carry that weight.
Yeah. I want to hear her say "suffer and succotash."
Oh, jeez.
She's boring. It's just boring to me. And she does nothing other than the physique. That's all she has.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
not
like,
with these ridiculous outfits. I mean, I just said she came in that freaking fur thing this week, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. It looks like an ostrich in the ring about to kick somebody. That looked like an ostrich.
amazing. So this takes us to the main event of night 2, the main event of WrestleMania officially. CM Punk actually getting his first real main event of WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, the OTC. This match is gonna be something. There are so many different directions that we can go with this match, and I'm very curious to hear what you guys think of it. T, I know you just went on a long rant there for a second, so we'll let Sean kick this one off first, and then I'll pass it over to you. So,
So,
Sean, who do you got for the main event?
so as anybody who's been watching our show knows, and I have been saying that I believe CM Punk is going to win this match. I am going to stand behind my prediction that I made 2 or 3 months ago because I still truly believe that Phil Brooks walks out with the title. I think that Jey Uso potentially costs Roman, but I think Punk finally got his first main event for WrestleMania last year, and he lost. So what does that leave on Punk's bucket list? To win his first WrestleMania main event. And what better time to do it than now? Because he's not getting any younger, and I think that you still have a lot more feuds that you can tell with him. And I'd much rather see the title on somebody who's going to be there full time than Roman. I think Roman still going and doing his Hollywood stuff, going and doing everything that he's doing. I don't think WWE needs another part-time champion, especially with all the uproar now going on around them. Give me CM Punk, lock it in, and it's clobbering time.
Yeah, go ahead, Reese.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you, Sean, and I think CM Punk needs to win because you're right. Roman being a part-time champion and not being around, I don't think does anything. And you know what? Roman doesn't really get hurt in a loss here, especially if Jey Uso gets involved, which is what we think is going to happen. And furthermore, the match that they're gonna do, they've been pushing towards forever, is Cody Roman 3.
Yep.
That's gonna happen again. Roman's gonna probably get Dwayne again eventually, right? Like Roman has bigger things than this. Roman is one of those people who is bigger than this belt.
Yep.
I think this is better for CM Punk to win. I want CM Punk to win. I mean, I wouldn't be butthurt if Roman ended up winning this match, but I would rather see CM Punk after everything that's happened to that man, to your point, get his flowers and to win the true main event of WrestleMania.
What if I were to be devil's advocate?
Here we go. Here we go.
There's been a lot of talk about Roman Reigns and his sneaker deal with Jordan. Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to be trying to get a pair of those when they drop next month. The Bloodline Jordans. They are great.
I'm gonna look this up while you're talking.
If you find it, put a picture up.
He currently wears them to the ring. They're going to be on release next month. They're going to be $205. So it's pretty pricey in my price range when it comes to sneakers. You know, I'm not the richest person in the world, but I think I am going to make an attempt to try and get a pair of those. Only wear those on special occasions. So what if I were to say that the only way you can promote that and make WWE make money off of that is if he's the champion and he has that sneaker?
I mean, that's
TKO is all about money. We know that WWE's been about money for a very long time. It only makes sense to put a belt on him because he has a line of sneakers. He has a sneaker line coming out. You can't be off the TV without that sneaker line. Trust me, that's going to be promoted. When that sneaker line drops, it's going to be promoted. There's already people sitting out TikToks showing themselves. Like there was one when Roman came to the ring and dude stops him with his own selfie and says, "Yo, I got the same sneakers as you." and Roman gives him a look, looks down at his sneakers, looks at his, and gives him a wink. I don't know how that guy got them sneakers. I didn't know they dropped. I thought they didn't drop till May, but I got a feeling that Roman Reigns wins this belt just because of that. And I think that you're going to probably see the introduction of the last Uso, who's supposed to make his debut at some point.
Which one is that?
Uh, the one that wants to kill Punk.
Was that Zilla?
Yeah, Zilla.
Isn't he under contract with an indie somewhere?
I believe he's under contract with WWE. Huh?
Interesting.
He's been
Is
big.
this it, Reese?
There it is, my friend. Those are it. Look at those.
Okay.
Those are a thing of. Those are the bloodline line. That's the Jordan bloodline.
Air Jordan 12 bloodline. Wow, interesting. I'm going to have to read about this.
I definitely going to be trying to copy a pair. Does it give a release date on that? I thought it was sometime in May.
May 23rd.
Yes, I don't know how this guy got a pair of them. That was talking to Roman Reigns, but those will be in my possession at some point. They're going to probably sell out fairly quick when they first release, so I probably have to wait for the second wave.
Interesting.
But I'm going to pick in this spot. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I think at this point, I think CM Punk. I don't think CM Punk really cares whether or not he wins or loses at WrestleMania. He's back in WWE. He's making his main events. I don't think there was any deal with Triple H that he wins the belt. I think it's just that he should main event WrestleManias. I think Roman Reigns right now needs that belt. He's getting kind of stale right now. It's getting kind of stale with him. Actually, CM Punk is kind of showing up a little bit too, it seems like, especially with the microphone work. I think Roman Reigns needs a boost. I think they need a boost because of the merchandise right now. And with those sneakers coming out, it makes more sense to put a belt on him and then show off those sneakers.
The only other thing I want to point out about this match is I think that with Roman, right, and with Punk, I just don't know if with Cody, we're all pretty certain Cody's going to lose night one. If you have CM Punk lose too, is that like going to piss the fans off even more though? Because it's basically just like, hey, we're going to push both of our, because if you look at these two matches, right? Roman Reigns and Randy Orton are corporate WWE guys who've been there forever. CM Punk just came back. Cody just came back a few years ago. And these are the two guys that basically were both like, F you, fire me. What are you going to do? Right? So are you really going to have both of those guys lose and basically just be like, yeah, sorry, internet fans. We don't give a crap about what you have to say. Ha ha ha. Like, I could see TKO being that petty, but I just wonder if like it's going to cause them to make some kind of change here because of that.
Well, let's not forget that you have a clear baby face and heel in that Cody match. There's no clear baby face or heel in this match. So this match can go either way regardless.
True.
So you don't good or evil. It's just who do you like better? The Cody and Randy situation, clearly we know who the baby is. We know who the
yeah.
So that you get a clear, distinct vision divide in that match. That match with Roman and with CM Punk, there is no clear line between the two. They're both heroes. So it can go either way. I don't think it matters who wins or loses after this. Both characters will be the same people regardless of who wins or loses.
All right. So I'm going to give you guys two opportunities for bonus points for this one, just because it's WrestleMania. So the first one is on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. They are going to do the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. So I want you to pick who is going to be the winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. And then on the Raw after WrestleMania, there is always a debut. Always a new debut, somebody coming back. I want to know, who do you think that person is? Somebody coming up from NXT, a new person coming in from WCW, or someone off the street, or someone returning from injury. So I'd like to hear both of your picks, and this is an opportunity for 2 bonus points. If you guys need a second to think, I will go first because I'm ready with mine.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
So my Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner is going to be Royce Keys, i.e. Powerhouse Hobbs. And because they have to, because he hasn't wrestled since the Royal Rumble, and they need to get his ass into the ring. And then B, given that she lost at Stand and Deliver this past weekend, my call up to Monday Night Raw is going to be Blake Monroe.
I like it. I
Mm.
think that your call up is going to be Joe Hendry. And I think that your Andre the Giant Battle Royale winner is going to be Aleister Black.
I like that too.
Mm.
You don't think it's gonna be Jericho, Sean? You don't think he's coming?
After he just signed a contract with AEW? No.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. Here's how I feel about this Andre the Giant stuff. Okay. I don't even know why.
Apparently Reese discovered emojis.
He just
I know, right?
emotes.
I'm having a field day. I'm having a field day, guys. I don't know, man. This is okay. So you're gonna give me bonus points for picking somebody, right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I believe Omos is going to be in this thing, from what I understand. Am I correct?
Maybe.
No idea.
I honestly have. I don't even know if they've announced it yet. So truthfully, I have no idea who's going to be in this.
Okay. Maybe. Well, there's obviously going to be a bunch of guys from Mexico
Yeah.
are going to be in this match. You're going to probably see the spots with the lizard guy. You're going to probably see
Mr. Iguana. He's got an iguana.
Yeah, he's going to probably be
I
in
thought
there.
he was an iguana.
He has an iguana.
Who's the guy that Vikingo, whatever his name is?
Hijo del Vikingo.
The guy who'll never win the title back from Dom.
It's going to be, trust me, there's going to be so many Mexican wrestlers in this match. This is tough. Oh, Sheamus returns.
Ooh, I like it.
Sheamus returns. I think you're going to see some TNA guys involved in this. Some of their faces. Who's over there right now? You got the Santana and Bobby will show up in there.
Moose.
Moose, hey, you might see Moose. I mean, he hasn't made a crossover in the WWE yet. He's the physique that they like to see in WWE. Just can't talk worth it.
Leon Slater.
Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot about Leon Slater. He's another one could probably pop. You're going to see that this is going to be used for AAA and it's going to be used for TNA. And you're going to sprinkle in some WWE people. Obviously, the WWE person or probably whoever it is that's in this match will win the win the Giant Invitational. It just how it's going to be working. It's just going to be a showcase for all those other guys. So, Keys, I think he needs. This is a spot that he should show up in. We don't know if he's officially going to be in this, but it does make sense for him to win this match. He'll be the last. He'll be the last guy in the ring. He'll be tossing out people in the middle of the match, and he's going to toss out Omos. I bet you Omos shows up. He's going to toss out Omos, and he's going to. That's the way they're going to show him on camera as this, another phenomenon that's in the ring. How old is Royce Keys right now? Isn't he like near 40?
He's up there. I think he's in his late 30s.
Yes. Yeah, this is just a run for him. I don't think he's going to have a pivotal role in WWE. I think he's going to be more of a offshoot character, be it maybe Seth Rollins' stable as well. Maybe he needs a big man. Every stable has a big man. It would only make sense to have him in there as the big man, and then you toss it. He just have a bunch of brothers. That's what he's going to have. He's going to have the Prophets, and he's going to have Keys. Now, Seth
the Nation of Domination Part 2.
The Nation of Domination Part 2.
Yes.
I mean, right now, Omos is basically the muscle for Vikingo in AAA, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were both in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can see
All
it.
right. All right, lock it in. So we have our picks, and WrestleMania is coming to you guys hot and heavy in 10 days. And we are going to start keeping track, and we're going to go for another season of this podcast. And we want you guys to play along with us. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what your picks are going to be, and follow along with us for another year. We're going to try and keep track of this, and we really appreciate how much this channel has grown over the last year, and we want to keep it going. We're going to keep bringing this content to you guys. So, let us know what you guys think. Let us know what kind of stuff you guys want to see. We're going to definitely be you know, picking up some NFL stuff as we get into the draft in a few weeks here. We're going to have some hockey talk for you guys. We're going to be bringing you guys some more lists. We're definitely going to be doing some stuff with regards to, ranking some video games here as well, because this is also supposed to be a video games channel. So we will be doing all of those things for you guys to, just keep the momentum going. So with that, I've been Mike, joined by Mr. Sean O'Neill, Mr. T. Reese, and fellas, let's go. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, everybody, and take care.
Have a good night.